It's Twinkle Twinkle Gone Too Far. Hi everyone, I'm Jacob, I'm the Cowhat Librarian, and I'm here tonight to talk to you about Secret Secret Agent Guide by Kira Bigwood. This is a fun picture book, and I'm really pleased I stumbled across it at my library so I could talk about it tonight. So the long and the short of it is that the main character here is on a secret mission to retrieve a lollipop without his parents knowing about it, presumably after he should be in bed. Well, here's the catch. He's working with someone, and the whole story is told in verse to the tune of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It's a fun premise, and the story starts very, very simply. Secret, secret agent guy working for the FBI. And the story continues to be told to that tune throughout as he gets his case, checks his equipment, checks in with his boss, and carries on with his mission to retrieve the lollipop. It's a lot of fun. The story is clear. The rhythm is kept consistent throughout. There were no places where I stumbled over the rhythm or felt that the author tried to cram 3 syllables into a spot that really should have just had 1, as is sometimes too common in picture books. The art style is bright and colorful, and the characters are well defined, and the main character's antics are very, very familiar. I was talking to my wife the other day about a related book that I'll mention in a moment. And when I was telling her about it, I commented that when I was a kid, I actually tried to set up a net trap in my bedroom at one point. I had a crocheted blanket that a family member had gave me, and I used that and some kite string to rig something up so if someone opened my door all of a sudden, it would break the kite string and this crocheted blanket would fall down on their head. Now, I don't remember it working particularly well, but that mindset could have come straight out of this book. It was a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. If you liked Bad Guy, the subject of a recent video of mine, which you should also watch, you'll really enjoy this one as a follow-up. And your children or the students in your class or the browsers in your library will really, really enjoy it as well. I highly recommend it. Now, with that said, there are spoilers ahead because I have to talk about the deal breaker. Bigwood did so much right with this book, and the illustrator did so much right with this book, and overall it's wonderful. But Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is a short song, and having that rhythm repeated roughly 6 times the length of Twinkle Twinkle is a lot. If you were reading this to an audience, especially in a larger crowd, I would imagine, but I noticed it even reading it to my children, it feels very, very repetitive. It feels like the song should end, but then it's right into the next repetition of that rhythm. And I kind of wish Bigwood had altered things just slightly so that there was a better delineation, I guess, between different repetitions of the song. So when the song would start Twinkle Twinkle, that it's the start of a new section of the story, and when it would end the rhythm for one singing of the song, that it felt like another clean break in the story, and it didn't feel like that. In fact, there were pages that bridged between repetitions of the rhythm of Twinkle Twinkle that I felt ideally would have been part of the same scope. It felt a little off. She kept the rhythm brilliantly. As I said, she didn't have to squeeze any syllables, but it was a little much and a little long with that simple rhythm repeated over and over ad nauseum. Now, with that said, since we're in spoiler territory here, I can talk about the ending. Like Bad Guy, again, you should go watch my recent video on it. There's a double cross. This great secret agent boy makes a swap of the cases, and presumably he's dropping it off with his boss by way of the dog. It's not very clear, but it turns out that his sister was behind things and ends up with the lollipop. And it ends in a really, really nice echo of the first page of the book. Secret, secret agent girl, first to bed, then save the world. It was a great reversal of things. It, like Bad Guy, is a really, really strong refutation of the idea that playing spies and being bad guys and being tougher boy things. No. These girls in these books, they take charge. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. I loved reading it to my daughters, and it was a delightful ending. So, if you haven't read Secret, Secret Agent Guy yet, please go borrow it from your local library. You won't be disappointed. And while you're there, see if they have a copy of Bad Guy as well, because that 2-pack would make an excellent storytime or bedtime duo. Now, with that, thanks for listening to me talk about this book and how much I loved it. If you have 2 seconds in your life, I would encourage you, if you value your public library, to take a moment and let the powers that be know that you do. Tell your council, tell your mayor, tell the members of your regional district that you value your public library and you would like them to support it. You know, a quick phone call or email or letter to your council could make a world of difference when the public libraries out there are, in many cases, struggling to find sustainable funding. With that, thanks for joining me, and please check back to see what else I have to talk about from the Cowhat Library. Thank you. Bye now.